Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jay, and in this week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the books that I read in October and my November TBR, because I feel like smushing those two videos together would be so much fun and a little easier on my filming schedule. So we're gonna start off with my October wrap-up. I only read 2 books in October. So the first one I read was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I finished up the series, the trilogy. I love it so much. I don't want to make this video a spoiler, so we're not gonna spoil anything, but I loved this book. There was a couple of points that I just didn't like, but I really did enjoy reading this book. So if you're unfamiliar with this series, it is a murder mystery, sort of like, I guess you could say, thriller series about this girl named Pippa Fitzmahoby. And in the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, she is solving a murder mystery. Lots of things happen in this book. I loved this book. I read it, I think, almost a year ago. You guys saw in my September wrap-up that I read Good Girl, Bad Blood, and I went into a little bit of an explanation on it. If you didn't watch that video, this one is just Pip basically solving a missing persons case. In As Good as Dead, this book was absolutely crazy. I think I'm just gonna read the short little synopsis. So it says, "You'll never think of good girls the same way again. Pip is still haunted by the way her last investigation ended. She's used to online death threats in the wake of her viral true crime podcast. But soon the threats escalate and Pip realizes that someone is following her in real life. When Pip discovers a connection between her new stalker and a local serial killer, she finds herself in the center of another case. Will her good girl ways die with her, or as the deadly games play out, will Pip risk losing everyone she loves, including herself?" I so want to spoil this book, but I can't. I will just go on a 10-minute long rant about how good this book is. Like I said, there were a couple of points that I just wasn't very fond of, but it is such a good book. This is, all in all, it is a 5-star series. So please, if you are looking for a good thriller mystery trilogy, please read this one. And then I read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and when I tell you guys, I cried at the end of this book because I was confused. I'm not lying. I'm not even lying a little bit. I absolutely loved it. I was looking for a romance, and I read a romance, and I was very, very happy about it because As Good as Dead had a little bit of romance, and I was living for it. So 100% 10 out of 10 recommend this book. And then before I get into my November TBR, I do have a book to talk to you guys about really quickly. I'm sure you guys were wondering about this book if you watched my my October TBR video. And so I want to talk to you guys about 19 Steps. I started this book about a week ago, and I loved this book at first, and then after a couple of days of like on and off reading, I was like, this is not going where I want it to go, and this is not like where I want to be. And so I decided to call this quits. I'm DNFing this for now. This will be in a different TBR video, probably in the spring, because it's like, it gave me like spring vibes, and it's fall. And so this is just not a book that I want to read right now. Okay, so now we get into the 3 books that are on my November TBR. And you guys are probably like, why is there only 3 books? Well, the first 2 are 3 to 4-ish hundred pages, and then the last one is over 600 pages. So I decided to like give myself a smaller portion. So happy November 1st, guys. I started this today. I started The Hunger Games. So excited. I'm already loving it. My bookmark is lost in the book. So you guys are probably familiar with The Hunger Games. This is my first time reading it. I have seen the movies, but I've never read the books. And I've had so many people at school tell me that these books are so good and they're better than the movies. I started this today and I am on the start of chapter 2, page 21. I'm not that far in, but I am enjoying it so far because I like the way that it's described. Definitely am liking the book better, and I'm only 20 pages in. So, and then the next book on my TBR for this month is Fallen by Lauren Kate. Story about this book. My freshman year, I found a box of books of my mom's, and I found Fallen, and I found a couple of other books which I talked about in my full overview fall TBR video from a couple weeks ago. But I found Fallen in here, and Fallen, I'm not really sure what it's about. I honestly just want to read it because it's a fantasy. As soon as I'm done with this is going to be in my hand. Like, I don't know, it caught my interest as soon as I looked at it. But there's Fallen. The next book is Covet. You really have to read the first 2 books in the Crave series to understand like what this is about. So I'm not going to go into much detail. All I can say is it is Twilight meets Harry Potter, and I love it. I am so excited to get to this book too. I know I rambled a lot, and I'm sorry, but that's just kind of me. I really do. I ramble so much. That is all for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're notified every single time I post a brand new video. And do not forget to follow me on both my main Instagram and my Bookstagram. Both are linked below. Also, do not forget that I post long videos every Wednesday, and I try to post shorts every single day. Doesn't always happen, but I'm really trying. Okay, bye guys!